Hey Donald, this is Anthony Costanzo with Arc Local Web Consulting. I just wanted to make you this short video, kind of just describing what I do and how I actually do it. So I'm a digital marketer based out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and what that means is I basically get your website to the first page of Google for certain keywords through the organic section. So if someone types in storage units Raleigh NC, someone's looking for a storage unit in Raleigh, what comes up here are the Google ads. This is the map section and this is the organic section. Now I specialize in getting websites to the top of the organic and the top of the map section, right? So just to kind of take a look of how many searches a month for the specific keyword, so storage units Raleigh NC, there are about 1,300 searches a month just for this keyword. And then if we scroll down here, some related keywords are storage units Raleigh, 880, Raleigh storage units 90, so storage units in Raleigh NC 390. So this niche in your market, it's a high volume searched, so getting your website on the first page for these certain keywords, it's really going to bring in on a lot of business for you. So I don't want to make this video too long or too technical, but I'm gonna kind of give you an overview of exactly how I would get your website there. So there are two main categories that goes into ranking your website to page one. The first category is content, right? I always tell people, think about Wikipedia. You type in, monkey, right? In Google, what's the first thing that always comes up? Is Wikipedia, which is right here, right? Wikipedia is the first thing that always comes up. It's because of the amount of content they have, all about monkeys, right? Anything from, where they live, how they mate, whatever you could write about monkeys, Wikipedia is writing about. And Google loves this. They love to see you putting in the work. They love to see you implementing unique, authoritative content, all relative to your subject. So that's the first step. What we would do is, we would go into your website, really give you at least 1,000 unique authoritative words, all relative to, storage units in Raleigh, North Carolina, right? Google, so this tells Google exactly what you do and where you do it. So you start coming up for these certain keywords, right? And the more words you write on your page relative to your subject, the higher you start to rank, right? And they have to be unique and they have to be authoritative to your niche. So kind of just taking a look at your competitor, one of the first steps we would do is change your title tags, just making sure your title, your title tags are right here. This is the first thing Google looks at, storage units, Raleigh NC, right? So we would make your title tag specific to your main keyword. So right when Google looks at your title tag, they know you do, storage units in Raleigh NC, right? You are owner of storage units in Raleigh, North Carolina. This will automatically bump you up pretty fast, right? And then we would go into your website, write content throughout your website, change your titles, make sure we have keywords in your titles, just telling Google, other ways to tell Google what you're doing, right? So that's kind of the first step. Make sure all your content in your on page is set and unique and relative to your niche, right? So the second category is backlinking. Now think of backlinking as someone else on the web talking about your website. For example, if the Washington Post wrote an article about the best storage units in Raleigh, North Carolina, and they say go check out trianglemobilestorage.com. That's someone else on the web talking about your website. Not only is that someone else on the web talking about your website, it's the Washington Post, right? They're very trustworthy. They're very important in Google already. So since they're important and they're talking about your website, this is what makes your website important and trusted in Google. The whole point, Donald, is to get your website trusted. Once your website is trusted, this is what pushes you to the first page. And the only way for Google to trust your website if other people on the web that are already trusted are talking about your website. So, kind of taking a look at your competitor, right? Self-Storage NC, they come up on page one for one of their main keywords. They have a trust flow of 7, which is okay. Nothing too special. I like to say anything in the double digits means you're really trusted. compared to your website, you have a trust flow of 0, right? So what we would do is basically we would have to beat your competitors out in trust flow to make you more trusted, more established than selfstoragenc.com. So what the cool thing about my company is, we own hundreds of blogs, hundreds of different sources that we could link your website onto. And these blogs and these sources are highly trusted in Google. I'm talking about like a trust flow over 25, over 35, some over 45. And we simply start linking your website onto our blogs, onto our sources. Google takes a look at it, is like, wow, look at this high trusted blog talking about TriangleMobileStorage.com. They must be pretty important. And this is what will really push you not to only page 1, but up the rankings to page 1. And the higher you rank on page 1, the more clicks you're going to get, and just the more business overall you're going to get. And this is really why we've been so successful in ranking websites, is because we own and we have access to all these blogs and sources that are highly trusted. But that's really about it. There's a lot of moving parts that goes into this. I didn't want to get too technical. I'm already a little over time here. But if you are looking to grow your business, Donald, hands down, this is the way to do it. 1,300 searches a month just for storage units for LENC. You get your website in front of those people that are searching for this word, it's really going to bring in a lot of business for you. But I appreciate you watching this video, Donald, and I will follow up with you next week, and hopefully we could set up a time to talk a little more. Thanks.